Well, that's our intro now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to iNinja Semi-Blind.
Let's hope our voice isn't like high sounding.
If our voices are deep, they might be.
They might sound like we've been doing something that we were supposed to, but I assure you, we have not.
If it sounds deep, just understand that Jesse and I have no control over it.
Well, again, we fixed it. We just said, I told Trevor, I was like, all right, screw it, just unplug the mic and plug it back in.
And it totally worked.
Like I said, I had this weird issue once with my upside down video. Like I would open a video of an anime episode on my video, and it would be upside down. And when you Google the problem, nothing would show up. So I asked my dad, and he didn't believe me. So I went to go show him. And the second I brought him downstairs and showed him the upside down video, it went away immediately, and it never came back. It's just gone.
So
forever.
To give you an idea of what we've been dealing with, Jesse has been over at my place for about 2 hours. Right? Give or take?
Yeah.
Jesse's been over at my place for 2 hours, and suddenly, when we decide it's time to start recording iNinja, I hit the recording, and I'm like, you know what, let me just test the audio, make sure it works. Thank goodness we tested the audio.
Well, because you noticed the thing was lagging behind.
Yeah, the recording is like a little draggy, like behind the thing, and I'm like, why is it doing that? Like, what's the problem? And anyway, we stop and we listen, and I'm sitting there talking like, whoa, man, it's so crazy.
Like, yeah, we were talking. I was like, I was like, what the hell? Why are we making weird voices?
Yeah, why are we doing weird voices? And I'm like, because the recorder's making us make weird voices. And anyway, it's a real great thing that we stopped because it was busted. And then we went online and we looked around and we couldn't find anything. And eventually, oh, I know what this is gonna be. Yup, it's gonna be one of these.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we looked around, went online, tried to figure it out, and where it eventually broke down, I can't control up or down. Oh.
I guess you did need to do that.
Well, I might as well just keep going with this until I find something that okay, that's probably it. So anyway, yeah, I'm looking around and we can't figure it out, and then Jesse just says, I'm about to give up, to be honest. And Jesse's like, why don't you try unplugging your mic and plugging it back in? And I'm like, you know what? I'm out of ideas. Sure, let's do it. And, well, it worked.
My other idea after
Potentially.
My other idea after that, well, we tried Audacity too, but the same problem occurred. So that's when it was like, okay, so it's the mic. We don't have another mic, so we can't test it. So that's why it's like my only other option. Unplug the mic, plug it back in. If that doesn't work, restart the computer. And if that doesn't work, then you might just have to get another mic and see if it's a microphone.
Ninja!
Okay, don't be mad at me for that. I'm trying to remember how to aim. Did I have like an aim move?
I don't think we ever did.
Oh, there it is.
What is it?
L, but it just wasn't working because I was like tapping it. I just got, oh. I just remember they were mentioning like sapsuckers, so I was like that. Like,
sapsuckers?
That's what it said. Yeah, well, I looked like a mosquito, so I was like,
I looked like a spider.
It was like a flying spider mosquito.
Okay then.
But anyway, I was just thinking, I was like, that could be a sapsucker, I guess. You know, that could be something. So anyway, I really hope the video works. Jesse and I are trying to like actually make some mad progress because hunting season starts, and yeah, here we are. Okay, I guess I have to actually jump. It's not easy as like, oh, all right then. Okay, that's.
Try double jumping this game.
Thanks,
Trevor.
bro. Thanks, bro. Thank
and then,
you.
by the way, that wouldn't work.
No, yes, you can. You can air jump. Everybody knows this.
I mean, no, you wouldn't make enough distance. You also need the chain, so.
We can do it.
Oh, yes!
The blade is cold, Jesse. So anyway, Jesse and I have been talking for a while. So I'm actually going to take a coffee hit after this
A coffee hit?
Listen,
Trevor, you just sounded like you were doing drugs for quite a while. Maybe
because of the microphone, you
yes.
mean?
That's why I say. I'm like, it sounds like we took a really big hit of weed, but we didn't like finish it.
We were just holding in our lungs.
They were just like sound like we were still talking while holding in our lungs.
Okay, hold on. I gotta clarify something because I feel like someone's gonna get that.
No, but we, like I said, it's just the microphone. We did not.
Neither Jesse nor I do any drugs whatsoever.
No.
And not only do we not do drugs, not that I
mean, I guess alcohol's a drug and coffee's a drug, but
yeah, that's your drug and my drug. He does the alcohol.
I do coffee too, so
I don't even drink beer. Like that's.
Well, I don't drink.
That guy almost got it. That guy almost got it.
I don't drink. It's not like I drink beer that often.
So anyway, it's actually funny because you know
Like, once
everyone's
every,
like,
like,
why don't
couple
you drink?
weeks.
Why don't you drink? Why don't you smoke? We're Canadians. Weed is actually legal now in our country, which is very odd.
Yeah, so if anyone's like, you shouldn't be doing illegal drugs anyway, it's like, well, they're
It's
not
actually
illegal
not even
anymore.
illegal anymore. The thing is, I still don't. I
I can't, so I would lose my job, so.
Well, I'm not interested in the first place, but also it's just not my scene. And for the record, you can do whatever you want to do as long as it doesn't hurt anyone, you know? I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean,
live your own life.
true.
But these guys suck. They always get a free hit on me. But anyway,
That sound like the Joker.
a little bit, yeah. a little intense. But I mean, yeah, live your own life, but respect yourself and respect the people around you.
Yeah, like, don't develop, like, a nasty cocaine habit and start stealing from people. That is affecting other
That is
people.
affecting other people. If we didn't have to clarify. So anyway, yeah, the
Oh, nice. You got the nice coins.
oh man, I haven't actually fought these guys. This was you.
Trevor, you got nice amount of coins.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Nice. That's my drug. Nice. Nothing hurt me when I got. What is this? Droidicus!
I mean, I feel like
We gotta talk about spoilers.
Those are those buzz droids from freaking Revenge of the Sith, where they pulled off R4's head.
The sapsuckers.
Sorry, what was
At the
that?
beginning of the movie, when all those buzz droids came in,
Oh yeah.
and they like kind of like have like they open themselves up.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's not a droid, it's a buzz droid. It is from Star Wars though. So what spoilers?
Okay, we gotta talk about this. Did you
Start spoiling people? I don't.
No. So this is not a spoiler for the record whatsoever. You know, this is not confirmed. The movie is not out yet, but apparently people have been seeing footage, or at Disney's like con or something like that, or the Disney convention for the new Star Wars movie. They were saying that there's footage of Rey wearing a Sith outfit and carrying around a red lightsaber.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of too little, too late. Unless they're gonna set up a new movie trilogy with Rey as the bad guy.
Here's the thing. I don't think she'll be the new trilogy. I think the Rise of Skywalker name, if this is
It's
what
gonna
they
be
showed
the
at
redemption of
Disney,
Kylo and
yeah,
he's the
it's not gonna be.
So it's gonna be
the
what
Rey
everyone
redemption.
thought.
Yeah, so they're gonna go that direction. Sorry if anyone.
It's not. I don't really feel like it's earned. Like Kylo's fine, but Rey is just like.
No, Kylo isn't earned. He's a dickweed. He's such a little
But I
whiny
mean,
kid.
It's not even like Kylo I have a problem with. It's Rey. It's
You
just
have a-
kind of like she never had to work for anything.
I think that may be why they do the Sith role. Like if they're going like.
But she
down
doesn't
this-
deserve redemption.
Well,
She
that, I
didn't
don't.
suffer
Who
for
said? Well,
anything.
here's the thing. Who says she gets redemption?
You're
understand what I'm
wrong,
saying?
but I think that means they'd have to set up for a new
What if
movie
you
trilogy.
remember when Luke is training her?
That would be a pretty like crappy end to a trilogy though. There'd be
Listen,
no resolution.
I know that you haven't actually watched Star Wars.
I know everything about episode 8.
Okay, well
I know
anyway,
what
I know you
happens.
haven't seen episode 8. But,
I haven't
Oh my
seen it.
gosh, that guy almost got clocked.
I haven't seen episode 8, but don't worry, I know literally everything.
Okay, guys,
that happens.
spoilers if you haven't seen episode 8. But anyway, Luke even points this out. I just didn't know where I was going with it. I just figured I'd look around, right? Spoilers if you haven't seen episode 8. So when Luke is training Rey, he's like, you know, we gotta tap into that force around you, you know, that's...
Your insane fury
Oh.
has charged up your invincible rage.
Oh, we-
Fire
Invincible
it up and
rage.
let loose and watch everything go boom at your might.
I know that.
So this is the final rage skill.
I'd rather use it for healing.
Yeah, right? Anyway, why would I need help killing things? This game isn't that hard. So anyway, in the movie, Luke actually, like, ends up saying, like, you have to tap into the world around you, you know? Like, tap into the force all around you, and blah, 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 force magic, whatever. But Rey starts tapping into, like, the other side, because he's like, you know, there's balance in all things, blah, 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 Jedi magic, blah, blah, blah. And he says, like, so there's this darkness. Like, you know, there's the dark half to the force along with the light, and Rey goes there right away, like without hesitation. Like Rey's like, yeah, dark side, all right. And Luke's like, he like smacks her and says like, cut it out, you know, stop it. So you could actually go for the bad guy Rey thing. Damn it, they're gonna make me jump all around these friggin' trees.
I mean, I guess it's just like.
But anyway, that's it.
I'm still very against Palpatine coming back in any capacity because that essentially means the entire original trilogy was meaningless.
meaningless.
Literally everything that happened was undone by The Force Awakens, Awakening? And
The Force Awakens in a Force Awakens when the Force Awakens.
I can't remember the freaking name. The only problem is now basically that movie undid a lot of like the progress they made character-wise.
Yeah.
And then if they bring back Palpatine, that essentially means that
Where the
even
hell
like
did that orb go?
the actual ending of that movie was also meaningless, and it never actually did anything.
Bro, where did the orb fall? Is it on the ground? Oh, that's so dirty.
Oh god.
Why would you make me do that?
I think
Anyway.
it make you climb all the way
Yeah, I
back
gotta
up.
climb back up. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, it kind of like invalidates that whole original trilogy.
Yeah.
Where like none of it meant anything. Like the characters all reverted back to like
They didn't even stop the Empire.
and then
like,
they didn't even really stop the Empire. In fact, the Empire won now because they gave up for some reason.
Which was weird.
And then they didn't even beat Palpatine.
Nah, you don't beat Palpatine. Palpatine smushes you. Okay.
Like even the extended universe did this where they had Palpatine come back.
Okay,
as a
wait, let's
clone,
try this ninja
Which
thing
is
out.
even the thing. Even as a kid, I looked at that and
Oh,
I thought,
he just said the thing. He just said I ninja. So how does this work? Oh, it heals you too.
did it?
Yeah, it heals you too. Wow, okay, so it makes you kill everything around you and also heals you.
Alright then.
It's not bad. If you're willing to save up for it, it's not bad.
I'm saying that even the extended universe did this where they had Palpatine come back as a clone, and even as a kid, I never read it, but I heard
Okay,
about it,
yeah,
and all
yeah.
I could think of is that's kind of dumb. It's not like it's a garbage idea, it's just why, you know?
Yeah.
Like Grand Admiral Thrawn was a better villain. I also like how they're using him, by the way. So
Yeah,
he's
what is
canon
that
now, and
about?
I'm
Yeah,
like-
he's canon?
And I'm like, why would you erase the extended universe to only cherry pick your favorite parts about it and make it more fun?
Because they, you know.
Like for example, now they got this. Well, they got a TV show about Obi-Wan, and yes, Ewan McGregor's gonna be Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Which is interesting, I guess. But then they also have a Mandalorian show, and I'm like, so the
Yeah,
Old
hold on, hold
Republic
on, my
is
question-
real?
that's
so I'm
my
like, but
question,
you
yeah.
guys also erased that too, which is funny because that has nothing to do with anything in the future, really.
Yeah.
So there was no reason to get rid of it.
Not even a little bit, no.
Like I can understand like the stuff after, but before is like, well, why? You don't really need to.
No. I actually really like these forest environments. I don't know, they're fun to look at.
I guess they're fine. That's actually like, but this game does have a lot of similar looking like levels.
I'm actually impressed with the enemy varieties up to this point too. Because I don't know if you've got this, but like we are still getting new enemies. Like I've never seen, like I just pointed out, I've never seen that laser bot, or maybe it was in the last episode. I didn't remember him because it was a couple weeks ago, right? But like essentially, yeah, we've got these like new laser bot enemies, and we've got these like giant bug-looking guys. And didn't you get into a fight? Like you got into one of these fights last episode with like a new type of enemy. Like that wasn't this guy. You got into like a ninja matrix fight in the sky. That is still brutal. That's how Tryndamere dies in League of Legends, by the way. If you kill Tryndamere, he like throws his thing up in the air and gets dunked on. Hold on a sec. You better kill that one that I hit. Cowards.
Yeah.
Might as well save myself some time, you know?
Yeah.
Why is A get off?
Yeah.
Can I break these with? Okay, good. I was like, I don't want to climb over there, cut them down, come back. What am I doing with this? I bet there's red coinage in those.
Oh god.
I'm serious. Why wouldn't there be? I don't even know what I'm doing with this, to be honest. Is this hard? Oh,
Isn't that where you came from?
yeah, it is. But now I've opened the door. That's probably what that's for. This level is very empty, hey? Like, the whole point is I gotta kill the sapsuckers, but it's kind of an excuse for just a regular platforming video game level.
I guess so.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. I think it's really good. I like the level. It's really easy to play. Hey, what are you looking at? What are you doing?
This is also for kill the enemies.
Yeah, 100%. Find the right point and kill the enemies. I hope. Has there been a single stage in this world that's been speedrun?
Yeah.
I guarantee it, whatever the most annoying level to get through is, that's your speedrun level. I would wager it's gonna be that one where you have to sneak past people. Just alternate between these guys, that's how you fight people in this game. Just stun lock them with auto attacks. Yeah, I would wager whatever, like probably that stealth level, that'll be a speedrun one, because if you screw up once, it'll ruin the speedrun.
Yeah.
This one probably isn't a speedrun level. And that gigantic one you played, 100% not a speedrun level. Okay, alright, Dragon Dog. That thing died in like 2 attacks.
Yeah, that was weird.
So, yeah, sorry I interrupted you. I got distracted by the video game we're playing, which is a weird thing to say out loud.
I don't know, I think I'm mostly done with what I said. Like I said, I mean, the only thing is, like I said, the Old Republic didn't need to be erased, especially because they pretty much have them in. Like, isn't the Old Republic from EA's game supposed to be canon too? Specifically that one, but that game is supposedly a sequel to the old one, so how could they not be canon if they're also canon?
Again, bizarre.
I like, you know, there's just no rules here. It's like, originally it was just, okay, all of them were not canon except for the movies and the Clone Wars, okay?
Alright.
And except for some of this, some of that, this, and then now there's comic books that are canon, like new comic books and new novels, and now I'm like, well, which ones aren't? The ones that say Legends. And I'm like, okay, I guess.
Alright.
The fact that you have random comics that are now canon as well, and I have to read them all is like, too much for me.
It's kind of a little difficult. It's the same way.
It's like when
I don't want to do this again because we talked about Marvel comics the last time, and Marvel and video games and comics and stuff the last time. But like, it's kind of the same thing as Marvel comics when you're reading these things, because you end up in situations where some stuff is kind of canon, but some stuff isn't. Deadpool is especially bad for this. I hate Deadpool for people who don't know anything about me.
And Nate loves him too.
Nate loves Deadpool, but Nate would.
Remember that Marvel vs. Ultimate Alliance game? You point this out. I get like the short end of the stick. Like, what did Nate have? He had self-healing and what else?
See, he had self-healing. He had self-healing. He had healing factor. He had hyper-intelligence or like some. Which,
yeah, right.
Yeah, he had like hyper-intelligence, self-healing, something else. But he's Deadpool, so he gets all of the things, you know.
Yeah.
Damn it! I have to go down there. It's a dick move.
Yeah, and then because you had super strength and web swing.
I had super strength and web swing, and you just had web swing.
I was Spider-Man, so my only power was like extra power was web swing.
So if you guys, we actually finished Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 as a big group, and it was a lot of fun actually. We had a really good time, with the exception of the final boss. Don't say his name. I will
Thanos.
give you well, it's obviously not now, but I'll give you guys credit. They didn't make it Thanos, although
It's kind of Thanos.
It's kind of Thanos, but it's not Thanos, and I give them credit for doing it like that. They also do some fun stuff that I think is a little out of the MCU, which is I was happy about. My fear immediately when I saw that they were making Ultimate Alliance 3 was that they were going to, it was going to be the MCU video game, you know? They were just going to do what they always do with this crap and be like, this is annoying. I'm doing it for a new katana. That's why I'm killing all these enemies. You guys are actually curious why.
You should probably heal yourself.
I'm waiting for the Eye Ninja power up.
I don't think it heals you the full though.
I got it now. On one guy.
Yeah, it doesn't heal you that much.
But I'm gonna be fighting guys anyway. I might as well do it like this. It's a really satisfying punch, eh? When it hits people.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it really does like impact. Like when I was killing dudes with it, I was like, BAM! You're gonna fall to the ground once I'm done. This is annoying. What is this? How is this still happening?
I mean, I guess you could get your sword.
I'm only doing this because there's a good chance I get a sword.
You want some too, huh?
Oh gosh. This is insufferable.
Next time.
How is this happening still?
You might just have to
In
finish
your
this.
face.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, no,
there
no.
it is. All right. I was gonna say, Ollie, put in like that humping monkey while we do this. You know, kill some time. So anyway, I thought they were gonna go hyper MCU on this, but they didn't go all the way MCU. So like AIM and Hydra and stuff are in there. That's kind of nice, but it's got what I was getting at before with what Jesse was actually saying there. So I got a little distracted. Jesse was saying it's kind of hard to like change up, find the difference between like Star Wars canon, and comic book canon. Wow, he looks dangerous. Please. Awesome. Fantastic. That made up for all the time I wasted. But Marvel is kind of like that too, because like if you read like something like a Deadpool comic. Wow, that was what I was supposed to do? Really?
I guess so.
Okay. We're done the stage, but I kind of saw, I don't know if you caught this. Alright, no, never mind. That's all she wrote, folks. I'm done.
Yeah.
So, Deadpool is really bad for this, where like they just write comics where like, you know, Deadpool steals Thor's hammer, and then at the end of the comic he still has Thor's hammer, but you don't know, you know. so you wouldn't actually know, and then sometimes Deadpool is canon and sometimes it's not. You end up in situations, cough cough, where like you don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tiresome.
Ninja Revive!
Is this actually full health?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's not.
It's a lot more though.
It's probably double what iNinja gives you. The only downside is I still have to fight this. For instance, I'm gonna have to fight like 1,000 guys here, right? But if I just had iNinja, I'd get half the heal with that iNinja.
You got a heal back already though. Yeah, you got half one back.
You actually do this a lot quicker than I remember you getting it. This is a real heavy fight here.
Ninja Shuriken!
If I'm gonna fight him, I'll fight him.
Coming through. Oops, was that your head?
They got some interesting dialogue.
Yeah.
And that sounded sarcastic. It's not. They got a lot of dialogue.
Miss sarcasm.
I really miss sarcasm. Is he giving me attitude? Nah, man.
I was just like, you could, pay us, or do some chores.
Yeah, it was hard work.
We're gonna come
wasn't
back.
it?
We'll come back.
Is this dropping landmines?
We'll wait for you. We'll hold our breath.
Points at invisible watch. You know what I just realized? If I had screwed up and jumped over here, I'd have to do this whole level over again.
Oh yeah?
Look.
Jeez.
Well, that's it. That's the grade. Wow. Oh, Jesse. I should have clarified something before. Whatever. I'll talk later. It's a request from Ollie.
Mission complete.
New katana, new katana, new katana, new katana, new
Ooh,
katana,
I
new
score.
katana. Wow, we got red? Oh, I think we knew that. Yes. Ooh, sick.
So what's this one
Wait,
gonna
the
be?
depths of the underworld. This fire sword burns its way through its victims. It is light and powerful.
Still not as good.
No, dude. He just said it's a Hellblade.
Fast
Yeah,
and fierce in battle. The true sign of a red belt. This is for you.
You know what? That looks like a black belt. You
That looks blue to me.
think it's blue? We just did blue.
Oh, but then it's gotta be blue.
Is that black?
Yeah, I think so.
Are there purple doors?
Oh god.
I don't know. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. All right, well, we're done this. We're just going to keep doing story missions until we have to backtrack. Because Jesse and I truly don't remember.
I've never played before, so.
Well, yeah. But well, I guess I don't remember. I seem to remember beating the game with the red katana, though. So we have the red katana and we got the red belt, so we might as well go for it. I like how it says this katana is light. I wonder if it actually affects my attack speed.
Probably not.
Probably just does more damage.
Yeah.
Give him credit, though. Give the guys credit in this video game.
This door. Shh.
This door. Shh. Damn it. Give the guys credit. Actually, there is a good variety of old enemies and new enemies, so we end up in fights where,
Yeah.
it feels like the actually upgrading our weapons feels useful. So let's just clear out this gorge level and see if we can, because obviously we're not allowed to go here yet until we beat the boss,
Yeah.
So we might as well just clear out this world map and see if we can fight the boss, and then literally until the game tells us to stop, we should just keep going.
Yeah.
Did it say talk to Sensei?
I guess so.
Can't we just use this half pipe? Why would I talk to him if I don't have to? Okay, well, I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say
Get the wall
there's-
jump over that out of the way.
Oh, crap.
Like behind you, there's a wall
Yeah, I
jump.
saw that. Well, that's all the way up. I want to see what's over there first. So anyway, how do you feel about the current state of Star Wars?
I don't know, dude. After the 8th movie, you're just kind of like, does it even matter anymore? Any space battle is gonna be pointless. And like you're like, oh, you didn't do the thing that would just win you the fight now.
That's so nihilistic and sad. Oh my gosh.
Search. Shh.
I mean, they're the ones who did it. Don't blame me.
That is so nihilistic. It's so sad. You're just like, what does it matter? what do I even care anymore?
Well, clearly they don't care either. Look at Rey with her never shooting the Millennium Falcon cannons, but getting a triple kill. First shot.
In my head, all I hear is, actually, Ollie, I need you to edit in Ray getting the triple kill, but I want like a dominating sound from Unreal Tournament over top.
Dominating!
Dominating! Sweet music. Sweet music, yo.
Yeah.
This looks like a Crash Bandicoot level. I don't know. I don't think we actually have a whole episode's worth of content left. So I hope you don't mind. I'm actually gonna speed run this real hard.
Ah, all right. What do the coins even do?
We buy levels with them. Remember, there are like, once you get like an NPC, you buy. They sell you 2 levels. Which, by the way, those are going to be real quick ways to get grades, hey?
Right.
That's guaranteed 4 grades, right? Yeah, because we have 1 in this map, we'll have 1 NPC in this level, and we'll have an NPC in the last one, so that's 4 free grades. And I think it's probably about 8 to unlock a new belt. So worst case scenario, we have about 3 levels in this world. We might only have to do 1. Oh, I'm coming for you.
Eat that, sucker!
Yeah, I don't actually think it's going to take us that long. We might not even have to do it off camera. Okay, nailed it.
Nice one.
Nailed it. See, I'm just going to speedrun this, guys, because, or at least go as fast as I can, because I don't think we have a full episode of it. So, yeah, I don't know, man. You're right about the whole, like, and you know what, though? It's a cool thing to shoot.
Well, I get why they did it. It's supposed to be like that emotional.
It's supposed
cool
to be like
scene,
a whoa moment.
But you can't just make those scenes just because of that, because you have to realize what it will do.
Because then it asks the questions. You've essentially created an engine for
People
questions.
keep coming up with arguments, and I have a counter argument to every single one.
Oh,
Or
yes?
maybe, what was it? It's like, well, like...
This guy's a black belt, dude. I feel like the next belt is actually the black belt.
Because, like, they're like, well, maybe it was just, other ship, or maybe, like, that was the only big enough ship, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, no, because if you take something the size of, like, a small rock and hurl it at something at the speed of light, it destroys everything. You don't even need to really blow anything up. It would just wreck it.
Well, isn't that the theory? Like, if you took like an aluminum rod,
Well, someone
and
said that.
dropped
They
it
said-
from orbit,
Yes.
and it would destroy like an entire city.
More than that.
But
well,
yeah, my
if not,
point
I mean,
exactly.
if you were spend it up to, I think it says if you spend it up to 99% the speed of light, the energy that would be required for that would be so ridiculous.
It'd be like an atomic bomb.
No, it'd be way more than atomic
My
bomb.
point is, yeah, you get what I'm getting.
Yeah, so
Wait a sec, hold on, I have a question. Let me try this. I just need to know for science if this works. Oh my gosh, it works!
nice.
Well, now I know how I want to deal with annoying fights.
Well, no, okay, so like this is what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't matter how big your ship is, right? You don't even need a ship, but it's just
By the way, guys, if we have already played this for about 30 or some odd minutes, you're getting a bonus episode. So you're getting a double long episode, a double wide episode. Keep talking.
no like yeah, because like the speed of light, it just requires so much energy that it's actually like so powerful that it's actually ridiculous. So no, it isn't the only ship big enough to do it. You could do it with a tiny object. You're like, well, maybe they don't want to throw.
You could pair.
Like maybe they don't. Hyperdrives are expensive. Listen, buddy, the X-Wings have a hyperdrive, and every X-Wing is considered cheap, crappy, like old equipment. Right?
It's old world equipment that
So-
the rebels are using.
Keep in mind, if we're going by the old Republic canon and seeing as Disney
Wait a sec,
seemingly
wait a sec,
keeps
wait a
most
sec.
of it,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that it's still some of its canon. The Star Wars universe has had hyperdrives for over 5,000 years. It's
Yeah.
old technology.
Very old technology. Very, very old technology.
So, it's not something they can't just do. Also, well, maybe they don't want to throw away a life. Then send a droid. They need those ships. Then don't use a ship.
Yeah.
Use a missile.
Use some junk.
Just take a missile, take anything, take a rock, attach a hyperdrive to it, fire, you win. You don't even need the Death Star in this universe. So the fact that the Empire
You know how we get
wasted-
rid of the Death Star?
You don't even, like, again, no one would build a ship larger than like a size of an X-Wing because it would be too hard to, it would just be destroyed.
Like, I get it. It's a cool scene, and I'm
It's a cool
actually
scene, yeah.
with Jesse on this. It's a very cool scene.
It looks cool. It's a cool idea. It's like, but that would.
It just raises too many
If
follow-up
you're
questions.
gonna have that be in your space combat, then that's all your space combat would be.
Yeah.
Star Wars, Halo reached this exact same scenario, but you know how they did it?
How do they get around
You can't
it?
shoot it. You have to, remember you had to fly the Covenant ship into theirs by the refueling thing.
Yeah.
So they don't destroy it beforehand.
Yeah.
And then you have to manually activate it.
There are-
Sorry, they could remotely detonate it, but the ship had to fly into it.
Yeah.
You can't fire a slip space bomb and like shoot it at something. That's
Yeah.
not how slip space in Star Wars works, right?
Yeah.
Basically, what happened is that they described it where they had a drive improperly mounted,
Yeah.
and it basically like teleported half the ship away.
Yeah.
So it destroyed the ship, but nothing else.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Totally makes
So when they fired it wrong, it destroyed the ship, but it didn't shoot it.
Yeah.
So it's essentially the same plot point. Looks just as cool, but it doesn't ruin the Star Wars space combat.
Yeah.
Right?
100%. It doesn't bust up with the implications of like, well, why didn't we just do this in the first place, you know?
Like, example, in Halo universe, they have something called the Nova Bomb, which is stupidly powerful, right?
Okay.
But it's super expensive. It's not, like, technology that they have access to, and they also have to actually, like, find a way to properly use it without killing themselves, right?
Yeah.
So you can't just use it willy-nilly. So it's not technology that they could use properly against the Covenant, right?
It's not something they have the means to just bust out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the Covenant are stupidly big and powerful, considering there are like 17 different races
Kind of
across the galaxy.
Don't they Covenant, like the Covenant, the whole thing is, I just threw it.
The Covenant is not one race. They're basically
No.
just
They're a coalition of various alien species that are following a religious sector,
basically,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
How do I was like, how do I kill that thing? What am I doing here? So I just... Okay, what if I didn't have a blow dart though?
Well, I think that's why I gave you some.
Yeah, I know, but what if
I guess you just go back and hope they respond. I don't know.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm not gonna overthink it.
Okay, dude.
Thought I was gonna die, real talk. Thought I was gonna hit the ground real hard and splat. So, anyway, yeah, the Covenant is a religious faction, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is fine. My point is, as far as the Covenant go, don't they lose because of essentially infighting?
Yeah, they did.
Not that the human race.
No, they would have. Dude, let me tell you this right now.
Yeah.
The human race lost the war when they lost Reach.
Yeah.
Hands down, they lost. The only reason they won after is because Halo 2 happened. Like, the Covenant was going to split at some point, so the Master Chief killing the Prophet of Regret in Halo 2 sped up.
I forgot about the Prophet of Regret.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, you punch him in the face over and over again until he
Until he dies. But I totally forgot about that.
because he operates like a vehicle, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I remember.
But basically that sped up the Covenant splitting.
Yeah.
Basically the Prophet of Truth was using this as a power grab, and he wanted to replace the elites with the brutes because the elites are smart and they ask questions, right? The brutes are stupidly loyal to the point of being dumb.
Yeah.
And Truth wants to exploit that, right? So he replaces the elites with the brutes, which of course the elites are like,
No,
absolutely,
yeah, absolutely not. You're not
So-
a religious. You're not a religious zealot for that long before
Yeah.
like someone's like, no.
Exactly. So that's why the split occurs, and that's why the humans won the war.
So
Well, they didn't really win. It's more like it just ended.
I actually love this about the Killzone series. For those who, you guys are really in for a treat in this episode. You're getting all the video game conversations, and it's probably gonna be like a 40-minute episode because I'm stupid. So, anyway, Ollie might want to separate this, and if it is, I'm sorry, guys. I don't make the rules. He's the boss. He's the boss. Ollie, insert something about you being the boss.
I'm the boss.
Now, the thing is with Killzone 3 is so cool because, so you know what Killzone is about, right?
Yeah.
Like, humans go to Mars, and it's not Mars. They're not humans either. Okay, I'm gonna do a lot of, like, generalization here, okay? But essentially, they move to planet, if humans move to, like, a planet in space, and over years of, like, lack of sunshine and just hard living have made these people kind of just, like, aggressive, okay? They've sort of become sort of, for the most part, they're kind of like space Nazis, okay? That's maybe a generalization, and I'm sure in the current political climate I might hear back about that, but they're like a sort of, I don't want to say fascist regime, because they clearly have some kind of democratic system. So anyway, like, okay, so the Hellgas are run by, like, a group of dudes, and it is a war. They go to war with the people of Vectin. Vectin is essentially the Earth Vectin is essentially the Earth planet of... This is amazing! Oh my gosh! Seriously though, that was rad! I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. That was cool. They go to war with Vectin, and the only reason, like, the Hellgas are crushing it. Their whole race is essentially militarized. Vectin is having a bit of a difficult time, and what happens is in Killzone 2, you essentially try to kill Space Hitler, okay? The thing is, when you do that, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to take him prisoner because, you know, killing him makes him a martyr, and it essentially it's worse to actually kill the guy than not, alright? So, Killzone 3, essentially, they find this new element that they're using in weapons. But Jesse, it'd be like if a country came across the Death Star, okay?
Yeah.
You can't use the Death Star. It's, for the most part, it would be more of a war crime to use the Death Star. Not that most people would care about that, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
How do I shoot these again? There it is. Yeah, it would be like a war crime to use the Death Star, ever. So, the Helgen, like, council, and I might be getting this wrong, I haven't played this game in a really long time, so if I am, I apologize, feel free to correct me in the comments, but they're like, we're not using this green laser that, like, vaporizes people. Like, it's really messed up. It's terrible. And this one dude, he's like, on the council, is like, no, we should use it. We should use it. Anyway, so, the reason Helgast falls isn't because they're not super powerful and would totally dunk the Vectins in a fight. It's because one guy destabilizes their entire military, uses a super weapon that he's not supposed to use, and it accidentally, like, literally Death Stars the planet. Okay? Like, he literally Death Stars their entire home planet. And that's why the Helghast lose the army, or lose the war. Oh boy. If anyone hasn't played Killzone, I hate Killzone 1. It's a weird thing to say out loud. I hate Killzone 1. Killzone 2 is actually a work of art. I think Killzone 2 looks better than most PlayStation 4 games, without question. Go play Killzone 2.
No, PS3 or PS2.
PS3. Killzone 2 looks amazing, and to this day, every time I see gameplay of it, I'm like, that's unheard of. Like, that's nuts how good Killzone 2 looks. Killzone 2 looks better than Killzone 3, which annoys me as well. Like, graphically, Killzone 2 is like a masterpiece, Killzone 3 is not. And Killzone Shadowfall is one of my favorite first-person shooters on the PlayStation 4. So, you know.
Come on, Trevor.
I am having a real hard time.
You're probably not close enough.
You hear, like, the click sound.
Jump closer.
There it is. There we go. So anyway, if you guys are looking for like a really good time or like a first-person shooter to play, and you're just looking for something that's mindless, because you don't really need to worry about objectives or, you know, it is just first and foremost a shooting game, right? $100, this is a Find the Right Coins level. Just saying.
Oh, God.
And if not that, it's going to be Hunt the Enemies.
This
could be a speedrun level, to be honest.
This would be the worst Red Coin level.
Yeah, it would be. There's nooks and crannies everywhere. So, go play Killzone.
Use it.
Oh, I want to save it for like a room full of guys, because these guys aren't hard to kill, you know? Do you say use it because it's kind of cool?
No, I said it's kind of cool. They're just like, oh, the special fight is just over. I stood here.
I dunked you. You're dunked now. It's over. But yeah, if you guys are ever looking for kind of a cool, like, just like a cool first-person shooter you've never played before. I don't know a lot of people who've actually played Killzone, which is weird, because it's kind of like...
Well, it was supposed to be the Halo killer, and it never really...
It's not the Halo killer, absolutely not.
So, it was supposed to be. So
anyone who says it's the Halo killer is lying to you.
It kind of was supposed to be in the PS2 era, was like their Sony's response to Halo, and it didn't take off, so it's kind of just one of those obscure things that not very people heard of, but never really played.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of games that tried to either copy or kill Halo. The only game that really succeeded, I think, was Call of Duty. Even Call of Duty took like 5 years, and it was mostly Halo killing itself that killed Halo.
That's right, absolutely.
And now Call of Duty is doing the same.
Yeah, Call of Duty is literally shooting itself in the face.
I mean, it's still really popular, just like Halo's still pretty popular.
Of course, yeah. I mean, are you gonna play the new Halo
The
game?
only games that actually were killed was like Guitar Hero and Tony Hawk, and that was not...
Guitar Hero? Wow, that actually gave me unsettling amounts of vertigo. I've just gotta tell you right now. Like this, for
Dude,
some reason...
how many Guitar Hero games were coming out, and then they're just like, never again?
We literally released about 1 million Guitar Hero games, literally.
I also find it funny that EA didn't kill James Bond games, Activision did. And not because they were necessarily like bad, just because they were just essentially more...
Oh my gosh, before I forget, and this video is probably almost over, let's talk about it. 007 Racing.
I mean, we could say that till next day.
No! I used the wrong move!
Oh, I thought you were telling it to me. I was like, no, we're saving it till now. No, take it up now. No, Anakin, no.
No, Anakin, no!
That's one of the funniest things.
Ollie, can you Photoshop my face over Anakin's and Jesse's over Obi-Wan right before we fight Darth Tyrannus?
Okay, then.
I don't know if he has enough photos to make that fight look convincing, but I think
It's
it would be really funny.
with the photos gotta be, it might look a little strange, but alright.
I don't know, there you go. If he needs more, I'll get him to just send him more.
I'm the boss.
I know, we're taking him now. Anakin, no! Trevor, no! Oh, we're almost done this level. Oh, jeez. So anyway, yeah, it's...
That's like the weirdest thing about, like, for me, like, Halo, because it's like, everyone's like, video games don't have good stories, and I'm like,
No,
Halo's got a really good story, and I'm like, sure, the games themselves, you could be argued that they, like, I think Halo 2 is probably the best written story, I think Halo Reach is my favorite, but it's like the lore entirely combined that makes Halo good, until they did 4 and onward, then it just got a little dumb.
It gets a bit janky.
I think it's really dumb, and
yeah.
5 still drives me nuts, like, the Guardians should not exist in
Oh,
the
I
universe.
hate the Guardians
Because they're
so
just the
much.
Reapers, but at least the Reapers kind of have a point to existing in Mass Effect.
Can I just for a second before we end this video, because we're gonna have to hard end it because it's probably like a 40-minute episode, but like I just gotta say this: the Guardians, Prometheans.
That's not a bad idea.
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
it's
My
the
problem with
Guardians
this,
is so dumb
they're
because
not fun to fight, and I talked about this.
No, they're not.
You shoot an elite with a shotgun in the head, and Homeboy goes down. Wow, I almost got a new katana. Sweet. All right, not bad. There's a lot of grades to get that black belt.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we gotta stop right now because it's like a really long episode. But thank you for watching iNinja Semi-Blind. Join us in the next part where Jesse plays the next stage. Thanks for watching, y'all. Later. Bye.